Buckle up, because today we are diving into the most adrenaline-pumping, unbelievable, and straight-up bizarre police pursuits ever caught on camera. From slow-speed escapes that captivated the entire world to stolen military tanks crushing everything in their path. These are the true stories of suspects who decided that pulling over was simply not an option. Grab your snacks and get ready for a wild ride, because these are the top 6 wildest police chases in history. Top 6 craziest real-life police pursuits you won't believe. Number 6. The Hollywood Mustang Joyride, 2016. In April 2016, a routine burglary call in Los Angeles transformed into one of the most surreal and bizarre police pursuits ever broadcasted live on television. 2 suspects, driving a rented dark blue Ford Mustang convertible, decided to evade the police with the car's top completely down, despite the pouring rain. They treated the high-speed chase like a joyride through Hollywood, waving at bystanders, doing wild donuts on the iconic Hollywood Boulevard, and even getting stuck in traffic behind a TMZ celebrity tour bus. The suspects drove erratically through oncoming traffic and tight residential streets before eventually pulling into a South Los Angeles neighborhood. Instead of fleeing on foot, they calmly parked the car, sat on the hood of the Mustang, and began taking selfies and chatting with a growing crowd of cheering locals as they waited for the police to arrive and peacefully arrest them. The number 5, the Stolen Fire Engine Frenzy, 2011. In a scene straight out of an action movie, a woman in Los Angeles managed to steal a massive, fully equipped city fire engine in 2011, leading multiple police departments on a dangerous and highly destructive pursuit. The chase began when a firefighter briefly stepped out of the 15-ton apparatus, allowing the suspect to jump into the driver's seat and speed off down the highway. Because of the sheer size and weight of the fire truck, standard police maneuver tactics like spike strips or pit maneuvers were completely useless. She barreled through busy intersections, ignoring red lights and swerving unpredictably across multiple lanes of traffic. The sheer terror of seeing a massive red emergency vehicle being used as a getaway car captivated news helicopters for nearly an hour. The chaotic pursuit only ended when the fire engine finally became hopelessly wedged against a concrete barrier on a narrow residential street, allowing officers to swarm the cabin and take the driver into custody. Number 4. The Flying Dog RV Chase, 2019. In May 2019, a woman driving a stolen, massive recreational vehicle led the California Highway Patrol on a wildly destructive and chaotic pursuit through the San Fernando Valley. What made this chase absolutely insane was not just the reckless driving, but the fact that the woman had 2 large dogs inside the violently swaying motorhome. As she forcefully smashed through residential neighborhoods, tearing down tree branches, and completely ripping off the entire passenger side of the RV against a palm tree, the situation escalated into pure madness. The most heart-stopping moment occurred when the vehicle's large front windshield completely shattered, and one of her dogs literally leapt out of the window while the RV was still moving at high speeds. Miraculously, the dog survived the tumble. The wild chase finally came to a crashing halt when the driver rear-ended another car, prompting her to jump out with her second dog and attempt a futile escape on foot before being quickly tackled by officers. Number 3. The Unstoppable Killdozer, 2004. In June 2004, the small town of Granby, Colorado, became the site of one of the most terrifying and destructive rampages in modern American history, when a man named Marvin Heemeyer unleashed his homemade armored vehicle. Driven by a bitter zoning dispute with city officials, Heemeyer spent months secretly modifying a Komatsu bulldozer, covering it in thick layers of concrete and steel armor, creating an impenetrable machine that the media later dubbed the Killdozer. Once inside, he sealed himself in and drove the heavily armored beast directly through the town, methodically destroying the town hall, the former mayor's home, and numerous other buildings. Local police were completely powerless. Their bullets bounced harmlessly off the thick armor, and even explosives and an industrial scraper failed to stop his slow, devastating path of destruction. The terrifying 2-hour rampage, which caused millions of dollars in damage, only ended when the bulldozer finally became trapped in the basement of a hardware store he was trying to destroy, leading Heemeyer to tragically take his own life inside the cabin. Number 2. The San Diego Military Tank Rampage, 1995. In May 1995, residents of San Diego, California, witnessed a nightmare unfolding on their streets when a U.S. Army veteran named Sean Nelson broke into a local National Guard armory and managed to steal a massive 57-ton M60A3 Patton military tank. Without any hesitation, Nelson drove the heavily armored war machine out of the armory and onto the public streets, leaving a trail of absolute destruction in his wake. Moving at top speeds of roughly 30 miles per hour, he ruthlessly crushed parked cars, flattened utility poles, and destroyed fire hydrants as horrified police officers trailed behind him, completely helpless to stop the heavily armored behemoth. The sheer terrifying visual of a military tank flattening civilian vehicles like pancakes on a sunny California day was broadcast on live television. The unstoppable rampage finally came to an end when Nelson attempted to cross the concrete median of a major freeway, causing the tank to become high-centered and stuck, allowing SWAT officers to pry open the hatch and stop him permanently. Number 1. The O.J. Simpson White Bronco Chase, 1994. Taking the number 1 spot is the most iconic, surreal, and culturally significant police chase in human history, which unfolded on the freeways of Los Angeles on June 17, 1994. Former football superstar and actor O.J. Simpson, facing arrest for the horrific murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, fled in the back of a white Ford Bronco driven by his friend Al Cowlings. What made this pursuit so unforgettable was not high speed or crashing, but rather the hauntingly slow pace, as dozens of police cars trailed the Bronco at a crawling 35 miles per hour, while Simpson allegedly held a gun to his own head. The event completely stopped the nation. Television networks interrupted the NBA Finals to broadcast the chase live to an estimated 95 million viewers worldwide. Crowds of people physically gathered on freeway overpasses, cheering and holding up signs as the Bronco drove underneath them. The agonizingly slow pursuit eventually ended at Simpson's Brentwood estate, cementing the white Bronco chase as an unforgettable moment in television and criminal history. And that wraps up our list of the wildest police chases ever recorded. It is crazy to think that all of these events actually happened in real life and played out right in front of the cameras. Which of these insane pursuits shocked you the most? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this crazy ride, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.